everyone. I'm just getting a few things ready as I go live here. So find a comfortable spot. Just getting this YouTube live. Hello, everyone. Just as I get this all ready, if you guys can all find a comfortable space. And we'll get started. Hello. All right, so there we go. Oh, well, we gotta make sure YouTube can see. So let me see how I can do this here. You know what, hold on guys. I'm gonna go live in just a second again. Bear with me. Okay. So this is the technicalities of live programming, everyone. Okay. Let's see if this will work here. So the reason why I'm just figuring some things out is I have you guys on YouTube. So you guys are live. I'm also gonna have you on Instagram. So let's make sure I can be seen on both. Perfect here, perfect here. There we go. Wonderful. All right, guys, so welcome on YouTube. I'm coming live on here. Title. All right. Perfect. All right. Coming back a little bit. Here we go. We are live on YouTube and on Instagram. So welcome everyone this morning. I'm so glad you could be with me today. As we've been doing these routines, most of the time I've been lately doing them from my bed, which is super comfortable. We've been doing just, some simple exercises to really help ground and center and, get ready for the day. And each of these videos I've had an intention. So it's really interesting in stepping into this feminine flow where we just allow the currents of what's happening in the universe and what's happening within our own being to really help us to sort of navigate the waters of our journey. And so when I woke up this morning, I had something in mind that I wanted to do with you guys in this routine. And as I was getting ready, to do some of my own morning routines, so some breath work, some energy exercises, I have my guitar in my room and it fell over and the whole top of the neck broke off. And I love that guitar. It is my baby. I've had it for years now, since I'm 30, since I was probably 23. And it's gotten me through quite a bit. It's something where when I was living in New York City and working 12-hour days and really stressed, I would come home and literally play it for 3 hours. And it was something where, it was my comfort. It was something that really helped me to open my throat chakra, right? Allow my voice to be heard. So I've always loved to sing. And, so I started in my room singing with my guitar and eventually started sharing that with others and started to, even share my throat chakra and speaking out in things like these videos and being more comfortable in my own voice in so many ways. So this guitar is representative of a lot of that. And so if you follow me on Instagram, hi, beautiful. Thank you for joining, Tatiana. it's something that, it broke and I was like, oh no, this is, pretty sad thing to happen. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted a picture of that broken guitar. But I had a moment of really just sort of sitting with what had just happened, right? So this guitar that I've been playing for years and years, I sat with it and I thought, I can either attach to this sadness and attach to this guitar and give all my energy to this item, really, technically, or I can hold that, still acknowledge what happened and allow myself to feel that sadness, but also stay detached, right? So it doesn't mean that I'm not sad, and it doesn't mean that I'm upset that, I'm not upset that it broke, but it's really interesting how this happened right now, because as some of you know, I'm heading out next week, a week from today, West Coast with a friend of mine to do sort of a women's pilgrimage. So to head out west and do some women's circles along the road, and to sort of put down some roots, at least some temporary roots for now, on the West Coast. And I was thinking this morning, what do I want to take? What do I want to take with me? Do I want to bring that much? I don't even think I'm going to be there that long. And if I am there that long, should I just bring everything? And I was thinking about it today, and it sort of feels very synchronistic to be like, all you really need is yourself, this body, this breath, right? And your trust, your inner trust. That's really all we need, right? And so everything else that we carry with us through our life is just going to be beautiful additions, right? So if I could have brought my guitar, it's a beautiful addition, right? If I could have packed up my whole room and brought everything that I want to bring, those are just beautiful additions. But there's this sense of detachment from everything, and just trusting that myself and bringing some of those essentials is all I need. So of course, clothes and like a toothbrush and things like that, those are things that I need. But at this time, there's this sense of detaching from all of the things, and recognizing that there's actually very little that I need, right, in this life. And so this video today, my intention for this video is to help you release attachments. And this is something that is so powerful when we can really start to grasp this concept. Because when we attach to certain things, or attach to certain people, or attach to certain situations, we are really limiting ourselves, right? It's something where we give our energy so much to one thing, and almost like we're latching on. We're really limiting ourselves, because we're leaving out everything else that this world has to offer. And so by still, again, it doesn't mean you can't sort of hold something and acknowledge it, and acknowledge a relationship and be in a loving relationship. And it doesn't mean with your partner you can't have that love and have that support and have that partnership, right? So if we're talking in terms of relationships, but it means if we're so attached that we can't live our life separately, in a sense that we can't feel whole, and we can't feel, we feel a sense of loss within our own being, right? If we have this sense of, I have to give all my energy to this one thing, then we are really actually just hurting ourselves, right? So let's give an item, for example. So if I'm attaching so much to, let's say I have this pair of shoes that I just ordered, If I attach so much to those pair of shoes and I'm like, yes, it's on its way, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, I can't wait. And I hold on to those shoes and I can envision myself wearing them and I can feel myself wearing them and I have all these ideas about these shoes. But on the way to your house, those shoes get lost. And then you don't have those shoes. And let's say it was the last item that they have. It's those last pair of shoes they've had in stock. What are you going to do? You have two choices. You can either feel so attached to those shoes that it ruins your day, that it ruins everything else. You can't look at any other pair of shoes again, right? Or you can sort of say, oh, that's a bummer. I was really looking forward to it, but it's okay. The world is open. The universe is open. There's so many other things out there for me, right? So let's give it to a situation. So let's say you have an attachment to a situation. Let's say you have this business plan and you have an idea exactly of how it's going to run, right? You put in all the plans, you have all these things in place, and you go about the plan, right? So you start making it happen. But then you find that the outcome that you had attached to isn't what actually happens. Again, you can have two ways of going about it. You can either come from the place where you say, oh man, this is what I really wanted to happen and it didn't happen. I'm really angry. There's no other way to see how this can manifest. This was the only outcome I had in mind, right? That's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it could be, oh man, okay, this is what I thought was going to happen. It didn't happen. That just means that it's going to manifest in some other way, or something else was meant to come in, right? So do you see the two sort of energies that we have here when it comes to attachment? One is a lot more sort of like this, where it's almost so locked that energy can't flow through, right? It's almost like our vision is so narrow that we don't allow the energy to sort of flow through and allow magic to happen, right? The other one we have is a lot more like this. It's sort of like, okay, this is the vision that I had. I'm holding it like this, but it's manifesting in a different way. That's okay. Look at how much space is still here. So in terms of attachment, what we're going to do this morning is to really help to just release any attachments that we have. Okay, so allowing the energies to really start to flow through again. Okay, so finding a comfortable space, what we're going to do is just close down the eyes to begin with. And just really start breathing. Nice breaths down into the belly. And just start coming into the present here. Good. So what we're going to do as we breathe and close the eyes and come to this present moment is I want you guys to think of something that you're feeling attached to. Whether it's a person or a thing or a situation, we're just going to help to bring it to the forefront right now. So just allow it to be in our field. And we're going to bring it to the heart space. Okay, so whatever you're feeling, whatever's feeling like there's a lot of cords, a lot of attaching, we're going to allow it to come into the heart. Okay, so we're really going to feel it. We're going to allow that feeling to move through our body. And as we breathe, we're going to breathe that thing down to the womb space, so down to the belly. This is our sacral chakra. So we're going to breathe it all the way down. And allow the energy to be felt in this womb. Anything that's feeling really heavy. You can start rocking back and forth. This is going to help to bring some natural rhythm to the body. And it's going to help to collect more of that energy. So as we're rocking back and forth, we're going to ask our body, is this attachment being felt in any specific area? And just listen to it without judgment. So your body might say the shoulders, or the knees, or the feet, or the head. Oh, you're so welcome, love. Thank you for joining. And you're going to ask that energy in that area of the body to move down like a golden light into that womb space. So passing through the heart and into the womb space. So we're going to help all the areas that are feeling that attachment to move through and collect in the belly. And just giving your body the space and the time, the love and the nourishment, the permission to be able to start releasing these attachments. Good, and what we're going to do is bring the other hand down, and we're going to start to move our hands in a circular motion. So I'm doing it in a clockwise motion. You might feel the need to go in a separate motion, that's okay. So we're going to come around in a circle. This is going to bring in some clearing light for that attachment. Okay, so I'm still feeling the need to rock back and forth. You can do the same as well if you feel called. So this is going to help to bring some clearing to those attachments. Okay, so anything that's feeling like it's weighing you down, you want to bring a little bit of movement to, right? It doesn't mean we still can't hold those things with love and with light. It just means that we're helping to break the cords, right? We're helping to give ourselves a little bit of distance so we can let in the magic and let in the energy. Okay, good. So we're going to slow it down a little bit. And what we're going to do is take the hands, so just having them face down towards the pelvis. And we're going to start to bring the hands together as if we have the energy within our hands. Okay, so everything that's felt like it's been attaching, we're going to bring it to the front of our body. And now we're going to start to rub it together, just like this. Good. So this is going to help to bring some warmth and again a little bit of love to this attachment. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands open. Okay, so you're holding your ball of attachment. What you're going to do is bring it up to your mouth and blow. You're going to rub off. So that is giving the energy back to the universe with some love. So seeing that heaviness, it's been transmuted into some lighter energy, it can sort of flow off like a dandelion, like those little fuzzy dandelions that sort of go off into the wind. So if you still feel some attachment to your hands, just using your fingers to brush that off. Okay, good. So we're going to come back to the belly and ask ourselves if we have attached, if we have gathered all of the energy that is feeling attached. Okay, and we're going to just allow any energies anywhere in the body that is still feeling attached to come through the heart one more time and into the belly. Okay, so just making this triangular position, right, with the fingers. This is a powerful symbol. And we're going to just allow all those energy particles to gather back into the belly. Anything that's remaining. Good. When you feel ready, we're going to just make that circular motion again. So nice and slow in a rounded circular clockwise motion. Good. You guys are doing great. So harnessing the power of our inner healer. Good. And using our hands like magnets. When we feel ready, we're going to come to some stillness. We're going to bring those fingers and hands together in front of the body and start rubbing. So bringing some love and some light into the space. Going a little bit quicker to help it build. Opening it up and allowing it to be free. Good, and going off with each hand. So really allowing that to be free. Okay, so what we're going to do now is help the body to feel really open, right? So any of that tension that we were feeling with the attachment, we're going to really open up the body now. Okay, so what we're going to do first is just do this motion. So it is a motion that is bringing the hand back towards the body and pushing it out, so like a circular motion. Okay, this is going to really help to get some energy flowing. And anything that is feeling surface level attached, we're going to help to move it out. Right, so it's sort of a giving and receiving energy. Right, so as we're moving, we are giving that energy that is feeling attached to us back to the universe and giving it back with love and light to be transmuted. And as the hand is coming back, it's bringing in clearing light. So we can sort of do this all over. So if you want to bring it to the side, I'm going to bring it up, bring it in front, bring it down, bring it to the other side, bring it up. Good, and coming back. So we can't quite reach the back. So what we're going to do now is just close our eyes briefly and imagine that we're doing this behind us. Right? Because energy exists all around us, and we can manipulate the energy by directing it with our third eye. Good. So we're going to allow that to go through. So just bring the hands together like this. We're going to do it this way now. Okay. And I tend to make these sort of wind noises as I do it too. So feel free to do that as well. I always say with these morning routines, allow yourself to express in any way you need to. And, so if any noises need to come out, if you need to scream, if you need to cry, if you need to jump around, I highly encourage it. So please allow your body to express in that way. Good. Okay, so allowing us to come back to stillness. We're now going to do a little bit of massage, so helping to open up. We're going to start right underneath the collarbone, and we're going to just massage. So putting in, pushing in a little bit on the skin, sort of intuitively, and just feeling where there might be a little bit of soreness, even up into the shoulders, up into the neck. Bringing down the throat. But this is an area, as you see, I'm getting a little bit red because I'm feeling the need to push in a little bit deep today. This can be an area all in here where we can feel a lot of tension, especially when we're holding really tightly to attachments. So if we have certain expectations or certain beliefs or certain, anything we're holding on too tightly that is causing our body to constrict and not allow that energy to flow. Good, and just going off the shoulders, so we're just gonna brush off there. Yeah, man, my skin's sensitive today. You can see it's a little bit red from that, but that's good. I needed that. Needed that deeper pressure. Good, so really getting the last bits off of the collarbone, the shoulders and the neck. Good. And what we're gonna do is go down each arm. So sort of squeezing and pulling off. I don't know if you guys can see that. Squeezing and pulling off. So it's a bit of a massage technique as well. And what we're gonna do is come down the arm and pull off like that. So it's really brushing down the arm there. Okay, we're gonna come to the other side. Then do another arm massage. So sort of pulling the skin. It's gonna help to open up more pathways through the arms. Okay, so a nice little massage there. Of course, everything is connected, so when we're feeling tense one place, it generally means somewhere else is going to be tense, right? So we're going to come down the arm and just pull off. Okay, good. So with attachments, a lot of times we can get in our heads. We can really feel in our heads, right? There's this anxiety or this stress that something needs to get done a certain way. So we're going to help to open that up. Okay, so this is called the crown pull. We're basically going to put our fingers onto the forehead, and this is sort of another massage in a sense because we're going to push in and pull across. Good. Push in and pull across. Good, and we're going to do just the forehead a few times to begin with. But then what we're going to do is go all the way down the skull. Okay, so push in and pull across. Push in and pull across. And then coming to the skull, push in and pull down. Push in and pull down. Good. Push in and pull down. And so going at your own pace, right? And you can even get sort of under the hair. Give your head a little massage. What this is going to do is our skull actually, if you look at the structure of it, has these little sort of, I can never think of the right word. It's like these cuts almost, like these little slits in it that allow when you breathe, it goes like this, right? It expands and it contracts. But when we're stressed, our skin becomes so constricted that it prevents that breath, that expansion from happening. So it inhibits the actual energy and the breath and the oxygen from flowing properly through the skull because it's like this. So we want it to open back up again. Okay, so really rubbing the head, nice massage. And I'm literally like just going like this on my head. Okay, good. So then coming down at the base of the skull, so you'll feel it. It's where the, that bone, you'll feel it. It's where the bone meets the sort of middle of the neck, right? Where the skull stops. You're gonna just rub underneath there. It's gonna help to open up those airways even more. So really rubbing in that area. It's gonna allow that oxygen to flow and really help to release those attachments. So the thoughts, the anxieties that come with sort of opening up and letting that go a little bit. Okay, and then coming down the neck. We're now gonna pull it down the neck. Good. We're just gonna So I'm literally just going like this on my neck, pushing in and pulling down. Okay. Good. And we're going to come off the shoulders again and just go like this. Come off and brush. Come down, come off and brush. Good. So let's do that a few times. So come down, off and brush. Come down, off and brush. Come down, off and brush. Good. Okay. So rubbing the hands together. Good. I don't know about you guys, but I can really feel some of that energy starting to flow through my head and my body a little bit better. So we're going to concentrate some energy here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in front of the face. Okay, so you're going to be covering your eyes, but I'll walk you through it. Okay, so taking the hands and just covering the whole face. And make sure you're able to breathe through your nose. And we're going to just take a few deep breaths here. So with the hands covering the entire face. Good, and we're going to bring the hands up and over the back of the head and down. Okay, so we're going to do that again. What this is doing is helping with that fight or flight. So the triple warmer is a meridian in the meridian system that deals with stress, right? It helps to regulate our stress. So this is going to help us to calm that meridian, right? Release some of that tension. So again, with attachments, we can be really stressed when it comes to it. So in working with this meridian, it's going to help to release that stress. So this time we're going to cover the eyes and sort of do our hands in a bit of a different motion, okay? So follow my lead, I'll guide you guys. Good, so covering the eyes, making sure you can breathe. And just taking a few deep breaths here. Good. And what we're going to do is take the hands and this time come over to the ears. We're going to come up and around the ears and down. Okay? So we're going to do that a few times. We'll do it one more time. Okay? So again, it goes like this, up and around the ears and down. Okay? So let's rub those hands together. Thank you guys for joining. Giancarlo, Dee, Vijesh, Monica, Kathleen. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, we're gonna shake off. We're gonna put over the eyes. And just take 2 deep breaths here. And we're going to come down and around the ears and off. And then we're going to just bring the hands to the heart. And just close down the eyes here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to just lead you through a very quick meditation that's going to tap into the body and help to guide all the cells so that they can move fluidly. Okay, so this is just going to be a few minutes, but it's going to help us to tap into it a little bit deeper. Okay. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to put down the arms. We're going to just allow it to rest on the knees, or you can rest in the middle, wherever is more comfortable. But as long as you're comfortable and can sit and can hear me. What I want you to do is close down the eyes. And allow that breath to pass through the heart and into the belly. Good. We're going to just keep up with that breath. So keep focusing on the breath, right? Keep returning to that inner space. Any thoughts that might be coming in, just allow them to float like clouds as we sit here. Good. And with each breath, we're going to feel ourselves a little bit more grounded into the earth. So feeling nice and supported by Mother Earth below. Good. And in this space, we're going to imagine our feet firmly planted on the ground. And with our feet planted, connected to the soil, we're going to allow that beautiful healing energy to move through us. So the power of Mother Earth and the elements start to make their way through our being. The wind and the waters, the fire and the earth. And with the feet planted, we're going to imagine a wellspring of water far below us start to make its way up towards our feet. And with the chakras of our feet open, bottoms of the feet, we're going to allow a beautiful golden blue water penetrate the feet and make its way up through the body. And the water has this beautiful energy of non-attachment. So as she flows through your being, she's going to help to nourish every cell in the body. She is going to help to purge anything that is feeling heavy and attached. And she's going to help to bring in that energy of non-attachment, so that everything can flow with much more ease and grace. So it's going to make its way up through the legs, twisting and turning and flowing, and all the way up through the knees and the thighs, a swirling energy of water. Good. So making its way all the way up to the hips, the buttocks and the genitals. It's going to make its way and clear anything that feels attached. A swirling golden blue energy, filling your cells and nourishing it with this energy of non-attachment. Making its way all the way up through the hips into the solar plexus, the belly, helping to nourish all the intestines, the lower and the upper. So swirling higher and higher up into the chest, the heart, almost like a whirlpool now. So this powerful energy just clearing the insides of your being, but doing so with such grace and such ease and such beauty. And this whirlpool of energy starts to make its way down your arms. So through the shoulders and down the arms, arms, into the hands and fingers. And as this water moves through, it helps to release the tension as well, because the tension is attachment. So you feel your body really starting to open up, really starting to relax into these waters, to ease, to breathe a little deeper. And as it moves farther up into the neck, clearing the throat chakra, farther up into the head, and that water moves all the way up through the crown and into the cosmos. So these waters continue to circulate like that beautiful whirlpool all the way through your being, all the way through the top of the head, clearing and purging anything that is no longer serving, anything that's feeling too attached. And it's going to bring in that non-attachment, helping you to feel centered and grounded and fluid like the waters. Good. So allowing ourselves to return back to this space in your own time. So coming back and opening the eyes. Good. And so what we're going to do is just shake for a minute. Okay, so just shake the hands, shake the shoulders. If you're standing up, you can shake the legs. I'm sitting down, so it's a little hard right now. But just allow it to shake. And we're going to just do this, right? So bringing in that more fluid movement. Thing like this, we can sort of move the body, sort of like that whirlwind, right? That whirlwind of water that just moved through us. Figure eights. Okay. Good, and coming back. Beautiful. So through the day, just remembering that water. So remembering this whirlpool of water that has moved through us and still continues to be with us, right? Through anything you encounter in your day that feels heavy and you feel your body start to tighten, just remember that whirlpool, right? Remember that whirlpool, allowing it to purge anything that is feeling too tense, that's feeling too tight, right? And just giving that back to the universe, right? Giving it back to the universe and allowing you to just be here and be present. Good. So thank you guys for joining me today. Yeah, just remember these techniques. Anything that you need help with, any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to assist you further. But have a beautiful weekend. I'm sending you guys so much love and I'll see you soon. And thank you guys. See you soon.